road is closed up here. So damn it, man. We are tired too. Oh well. This is some detour, man. This is probably the most beautiful mistake that I've ever made in my life. Good morning, everybody. Greetings from Milano. I probably look like shit because I just got off of an overnight flight from the US. Had no sleep last night whatsoever. What are we going to do this morning, folks? First morning in Milan, and we are driving up to the Dolomites today. Going to have a little adventure. This is going to be a weird thing. I've never done this before. This is going to be a ChatGPT adventure here this morning, folks. I never rely upon AI with my travel planning, ever, ever, ever. This is my first time ever doing this. And I asked ChatGPT, okay, plan this route from us. We're flying into Milan airport. Tell me where I should go for breakfast. Tell me where I should go for lunch. Give me the most scenic route. And I'm relying completely on them. And we are here at our first stop. This place is called, first of all, we're in a little suburb of Milan, I guess, near the airport. There's a beautiful 13th century church down there. And we're at this tiny little place. The place is called La Patisserie. So this is first stop. We're going to find out whether ChatGPT has any idea where to get a good breakfast near the airport in Milan. So let's go, folks. Let's see if ChatGPT has any idea what the hell they're doing and see if they lead us on a good path. I think actually ChatGPT has taken us to a very good place because look at how delicious the croissants and pastry is looking here. And it's nice and warm. We're getting some coffee made for us. And looks like they have some bread and cookies and things like that in here too. So I'm having a pistachio croissant and Leo has a vanilla croissant. Looks very good. Cafe latte to go with my pistachio. All right, this pistachio croissant is super good. Very good. All right, guys, ChatGPT is 1 for 1 so far today. This little place, Cafe Pasticceria. Excellent, man. That was one of the best croissants I think I've ever eaten in my life. And yes, I have been to France before. And the cafe latte was really good too. About to pay, so we'll see what the price is, but I'm impressed so far, man. ChatGPT, we're off to a good start in Italy.
Hi.
You're gonna meet her when you come here to get your cornettos and your coffee. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell us where we are, the name of this town.
The name of this town is Sommalombardo in Varese, and we have the best croissant. Yeah, Castello Visconti.
Are we in the city of Milano here, or we're outside Milano?
It's 1 hour to Milan. The city is Varese.
And tell people what the specialty is here. You said the vanilla one?
One vanilla croissant,
But
yes.
the pistachio is amazing too.
It was good. Thank you.
Your favorite's the vanilla?
Yeah, the vanilla is my favorite. Thank you.
By the way, that ended up costing 6.9 euros. We had 2 delicious croissants. We had a cappuccino and we had a cafe latte. 6.9 euros. You can't beat that. All right, stop number 2. We were heading up towards Corvara, and ChatGPT told us to go to to stop in a small town called Borghetto sul Mincio, which I've never heard of, folks. Where the hell is that? Borghetto sul Mincio? I have no idea. They told us it was en route, but I just plugged it into Google Maps and it's like a half-hour detour to where we're going. So I told ChatGPT, man, don't fuck with us. I don't want to take a fucking half-hour detour without using that swear words. But so I think I'm asking them for a different recommendation now. So we'll hopefully get one that's more en route and let's see where the hell they take us. So our little first day in Italy ChatGPT adventure continues now in the historic city of Trento, where we've been told to have lunch by our AI advisor. And I don't know if this is a good idea or not because we're going into a historic center, as you can see. And there was no parking really nearby. And this seems like a bit of a detour. ChatGPT said this is not a detour, but it kind of seems like one. But I think it's going to be really interesting. They're taking us to some sort of a historic beer hall, Fosterbrow, I think, or something like that. You don't think of historic beer halls in Italy, do you? But we're getting far enough north. Look at these nice not courtyards. What's the word I'm looking for here? Archways. And if nothing else, I'm enjoying this walk and getting out of the car. And Leo, who's 18, my cameraman here, can have a legal beer at this place. So let's see what it's like. Hopefully it's going to be open. But we shall see. Look at this beautiful dog. We're going through a marketplace area now. hear some people speaking German, getting into the far north of Italy now. And this isn't what you would have in mind, right? If you asked ChatGPT for a lunch stopover, and then the next thing you know, we're walking through this historic city. This isn't really a pit stop, but I think I like it anyways. We're getting out of the car. We're seeing a beautiful small town here, small city, I guess I should call it. And we're going to a historic beer hall that ChatGPT is taking us to. So let's see whether this is a good recommendation or not. But I'm not sure so far, but I like the ambiance. Some €8 bras over here. Nice. Found it. Forsterbräu. And looks like quite a big place and very interesting. So let's check this place out. But it's absolutely jam-packed. Apparently it dates to 1903. Here, look at the place. It was an epic failure. That brewery looked like a really interesting place to have lunch, but it was jam-packed. So we went to the bar and thought, all right, let's just try to order from the bar, because you couldn't get a table in this place on a Sunday afternoon. And we could only get one seat at the bar, but I thought, all right, maybe somebody else will leave. So I sat down. Leo was waiting to pounce, but some other guy jumped on the seat. There was a seat that opened up next to me, and this other guy jumped on it, even though there were 3 people in his group, and we only needed one more seat. Would have been perfect, and this guy was just super rude. So we just passed through Selva di Val Gardena, very bustling village. We saw there's like a gondola right on the main road. We saw some people snowboarding and skiing right from there. Pretty awesome. We're heading up now towards Corvara, where we're going to be staying the next couple nights. It is 1.5 degrees Celsius, so there's some snow showers in the area. Very pretty drive. And as you can see, we're up on this windy pass now, heading up over the mountain to Corvara. And late afternoon, really enjoying it. So ChatGPT told me to take this scenic route, and I'm glad that we did, because it's pretty interesting. Just beautiful, beautiful. A little bit of fresh snow, not too much. Road conditions are still good. My ears are popping. There's some runs over here to the right. So ChatGPT has really fucked us here, I gotta be honest with you. So they've taken us up above this pass, up above. They told us to take the scenic route through Selva Val Gardena and this Plan de Gralba. How's it pronounced, Leo? We're at this Gralba Pass, and the road's closed up here. Now we're gonna have to go back all the way. And we thought we were like 20 minutes from the hotel. Now we're an hour away, because we're gonna have to go all the way back down. We're up at this pass, and the road is closed up here. So damn it, man. We are tired too. Oh, well. Check this out, man. We're going around these 4 passes. This is some crazy mountain scenery around here. And wow, the clouds are moving in. The sun, clouds, everything here. Look at these dramatic rock formations and mountains we're going through. This is some road. It's a 2-lane road here, by the way, too, folks. And we're going around 4 passes. This is going to take like an hour. At least we're getting an introduction to the area, that's for sure. It's really pretty. All right, this is Passo Sella right here. This is the first pass we're going through. Look at this scenery. Wow. That is just wild scenery. Look at this, folks. There's some serious snow up here. Luckily, the roads are nice and clear so far. Knock wood on now. So check out this scenery as we're heading down from the Passo Sella, folks. You don't want to make a wrong turn here. This is really interesting. Pass number 2. So we're getting there slowly but surely. I would be super annoyed by this big delay, but I'm not that annoyed because it is so beautiful. And man, these passes are pretty. So as you can see now, we're losing visibility here. And it's -2 Celsius. The temperature is dropping up at this pass that we're at now. And the road is still pretty clear, knock wood, but damn. Wintry conditions up here, man. We're supposedly 18 kilometers, but 31 minutes away from Corvara now. This is turning into quite an adventure. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it too, but I'm blaming ChatGPT, but also Google Maps didn't know that road was closed either. So I guess 50-50 blame. Look at this, man. This scenery is absolutely epic. 24 minutes to Corvara, people. This is some detour, man. This is probably the most beautiful mistake that I've ever made in my life in terms of driving. Slowly but surely. Busy little village here. A lot of people coming off the slopes. It's almost 5 o'clock, so the ski resorts are shutting down for the day. And we are supposedly 15 minutes away from our destination. So we're up at Campo Longo now, folks. I think this is our final pass, 5 kilometers away from Corvara. Yep, Campo Longo Passo. So we're just realizing too that this worked out for the best, that ChatGPT's second recommendation, the beer hall in Trento, that we didn't end up having a sit-down meal there and just got prosciutto sandwiches from the supermarket, because that place, the service would have been insanely slow. I mean, I sat at the bar for 10 minutes. They didn't even acknowledge my presence, and the place was jam-packed. So if we had gone for a sit-down meal there, guess what? We'd be going through these mountain pass roads in the darkness, because it's going to be...
I can't see, goddammit.
It's a good thing that restaurant was too crowded. We've made it to Corvara, folks, or at least the outskirts of it. So ended up being quite a detour, but also a beautiful one. We did make it. We allowed ChatGPT to dictate our itinerary for this day, and it wasn't great planning, but we did get here. We saw a lot of stuff. We had a lot of interesting experiences, and eventually we did make it here, folks. So do I recommend using ChatGPT to plan your trip? No, not really. I think it's actually a good starting point, though. You can rely upon it, but then you kind of go back and forth and you tell it what you want. The more information you give it, I think the better it goes for you. But you definitely need to double and triple check their recommendations, which I really did not do. This is the village of Corvara, folks, one of the most beautiful villages in the Dolomites. And we are going to be staying at La Perla, which is supposedly the best hotel around. So we have made it, and I am really excited. That is great. Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful morning in the Sesto region, Sexton, the Dolomites. And we're road tripping today, unfortunately back to Milan, where we're going to be flying out tomorrow. We got one more glorious day here in Italy. And we are once again trusting ChatGPT for our itinerary today, which is probably crazy. But I want to tell you something first. We just filled up our gas tank here. And as you can see, 83 euros we just paid, which is 90 some odd dollars. I'll make the conversion on the screen here, but that's for 38 liters of gas. And this is for a pretty fuel efficient vehicle here too. It's not like I've got a huge gas guzzler. It's a Skoda, right? And the car was not on E either. So if it was completely empty, this would have been more than 100 euros for gas. And so for those of you back in Florida and other parts of the US who are complaining about the cost of gas, dude, try the gas here in Italy. 83 freaking euros we just paid, man. Absolutely insane, isn't it? And so great day, guys. Now it's our last day. We've just spent several days skiing. We've got one more day. We've got to head back down to Milan. We're starting in the Dolomites. We're heading back down to Milan, but I want to make a bunch of stops. And I thought, let's try. By the way, we had mixed success that first day. If you watched that part of the video, we had mixed success with ChatGPT on the first day, but I'm going to give ChatGPT one more chance to plan our itinerary today. And so it's told us to stop first in Lago di Braies. I'm sure I might be pronouncing that wrong. And we're in St. Veit, V-E-I-T right now, just outside of our destination, maybe just a few minutes. And we see this beautiful church, which is of the same name, St. Veit, Kirche. And wow, I think we're off to a pretty good start. This is a little detour on our route, but ChatGPT said that it was worth it. And so far, I think I'm trusting. Today, we're at Lago di Braies here in the Dolomites region. And there's a big, beautiful, historic hotel here. And it looks like it says there's a 3.6 kilometer hike around the lake, which I don't think we have time for, but we're going to do the full circuit, but we're going to do part of it. And wow, what a stop this place is, huh? And there's a beautiful old church here too, as you can see over in the corner, which we're going to go check out. Awesome. We got totally hustled on the parking. 10 euros for 20 minutes. Not a good price. Our next stop here on our journey south is Chiusa, or Klausen in German. And look how pretty this is. We're along the river here. People are sitting out and having a nice meal. There's like a fast food restaurant here. And as you can see, people are sitting out, enjoying a nice afternoon picnic. And this town has a little old town, which we're going to walk through a little bit now. And this is a good recommendation. We tried getting a lunch recommendation from ChatGPT, and they gave us something. They said it was casual, right, Leo? But it was 50 to 100 euro. They called it a casual restaurant. Smart casual or quick casual, or it said something like that. Quick place for a lunch. And then we looked it up on Google Maps, and it said 50 to 100 euros. So you got to fact check these mofos at every little opportunity, because they're going to give you some bad recommendations. But I think Chiusa is actually a good recommendation so far, because it was pretty close off the highway and it was really good. Now they said next we should go to Lago di Braies, I think it was. And I looked that one up, and they described it as a tiny detour. We're going through a nice ancient gate here to enter the old town in Chiusa. Lago di Braies, I believe it was, and they called it a tiny detour. Look at this cool, oh, is this a church? Look at this church door here. Interesting. I guess we're right beside a church. They called it a tiny detour, and I looked it up on Google Maps. It was like a 1 hour detour. So I think they can come up with some good ideas, but you've got to fact check every single thing they recommend to you, because sometimes they have no idea what they're talking about. Giant here. Very pretty little town. Piazza here, main square of Chiusa. And you can see there's a castle up there. There's also that monastery but I think you have to take a 30-minute hike to get up there, which we don't have time for, but it's pretty nice. Tinnenplatz, Piazza Tine. On the river here, a place called Imbiss Herbert. Imbiss Herbert, it's kind of a fast food place. You can see what I've got here. Going with some currywurst. Or currywurst and fries action. It's good, right? Imbiss Herbert, man, this place is so good. That was delicious currywurst. I absolutely love that. And we found it the old-fashioned way, just looking and seeing like which places are crowded, right? It was busy with all kinds of people there, so you could tell like, okay, there's a lot of people coming in and out. Must be good, and it was. Love it. On to our next stop. We're going out to Lake Garda now, folks. So let's go. In Passeggiata di Garda, town alongside Lake Garda. And we were planning to go to Sirmione. At least I was planning originally to go to a town called Sirmione on Lake Garda. But I checked that plan with ChatGPT, and they said that was too long a detour for where we're going. And they also said that Sirmione is too crowded, although I doubt that is the case in the middle of March. But we just parked, we just arrived. Seems like a nice town so far. So let's find out. I'm actually thinking, I don't know if I want gelato or what I want to do. But we're going to wander around a little bit. We've got like 2 more hours to go, 2 more hours drive after this. So I might need a espresso here too, and maybe a gelato or something else. But take a look around and see what this town has to offer. Need one of these babies when you're on a long drive, long road trip. A nice little cafe here. See how this baby is. Strong and good. €4 buys you in Passeggiata del Garda. We went to Gelateria La Romana 1947, which I believe is a chain, but a very good one. €4 for a Medio cone, which is not too shabby. Nocciola and pistachio. Pistachio, as they call it. This is very good. Damn, this is the real deal here. This is good. This is very good. Nice town. There's a tremendous number of gelato shops here. Tons of them. And it's a beautiful Friday afternoon. People are gearing up for the weekend, having their gelatos, taking passeggiatas here along Lake Garda. I like it. Very nice town. See these trees all lining the lakefront here? Very nice. Beach here. Check it out. What a lovely little area here. Very peaceful. What a place for a Friday afternoon passeggiata, huh? And little pebble beach here. Nice. Look at this, folks. You gotta love it. The iconic Duomo di Milano. And this is gonna be our final stop. Well, the hotel is gonna be our final stop up by the airport. But look at this, man. And ChatGPT was trying to tell me some crap about stopping in some really obscure district instead as our stopover. But you got to go back and forth with it. I went back and forth with it, and I said, but my son has never seen the Duomo. You really think we should go for a passeggiata in whatever the hell district you're talking about? And then they did come back and say, oh yes, you should go there. All right, tickets this way. Let's go, buddy. Beautiful. Iconic symbol of Milan right here. There's a pro-Palestinian protest here in front of the Duomo, as you can see. Quite a lot of people here too for it. Famous cafe here in Milano. Got in to see the church of the Duomo, but man, my love-hate relationship with Italy continues. There's always these, you know, Italians are amazing people. I love Italians. I am Italian heritage. 98% of Italians are awesome. But the Italians who work in museums, churches, tourist attractions are literally tyrants. They're like Mussolini incarnate. I'm telling you, man, with their rules and their pettiness and stupidity. I can't tell you how often this happens to me in Italy, where you get to some tourist attraction that's supposed to be open at whatever hour, and they say, oh, Chiusa. I'm like, wait, Chiusa? Chiusa's closed or sold out or things like that. Like, we were rushing, man. I was driving like a maniac to get here, to be in time for us to get up to the terrace of the Duomo, because I know it's amazing and I wanted my son to see it. And I looked up the times of when it would be entered. I was driving like 80 miles an hour to get here. We got here plenty before, way before the thing closes. Oh, we're sold out. Oh, sold out, seriously. Like, I'm looking around, there's like nobody in line. There's like nobody there waiting to get up to this terrace. There's literally nobody there. I try everything, man. I talked to like 6 different people. Can you help me? This, that, and the other thing. I tried bribing people. Didn't work. You know, and I said, oh, can I talk to a supervisor or a boss or whatever? That never works, but you just, in Italy, but you try it anyways. This dude comes out, South Indian type, Pakistani or Indian fella, heritage. Comes out, man, chest like, you know, he's so proud of carrying the walkie-talkie. You give a little tyrant like that a tiny bit of authority. Man, you give a person like that a walkie-talkie, believe me, it's extremely dangerous to do so. This guy, man, just a complete dick. He wasn't like, sorry, man, you know, or like nice about it. If he was nice about it, it would have been like, okay, whatever. But his attitude was, fuck you, get the fuck out of here. All right, whatever. Not gonna let it spoil my time. Corso Vittorio Emanuele now. Pretty ideal Passeggiata street here in Milan. Especially on a Friday night. Extremely lively, as you can see. It's a nice way to wind up the trip here. And I don't know, I think we're just gonna wander around here a little bit. Just enjoy the sights and sounds. But been an awesome day, I would say overall. All of our stops were worthwhile. I liked all of our stops. It really worked out well. We're staying in an airport hotel but it's very unusual. Usually an airport hotel, you think totally soulless, corporate type thing. We're staying at a place called Osteria della Pista. And you can see it is an osteria. It's a very popular pizzeria around here. I booked this place. I've never booked an airport hotel based on this criteria before, but I looked in the reviews and I saw they had awesome pizza, and I thought, that's a novelty, staying in an airport hotel with awesome pizza. You can tell how crowded this place is, and it's like almost 9 o'clock at night. We actually couldn't get a reservation here until 9:30, even though we're staying in the hotel. But I'm stoked. I think the pizza is going to be super good here. Mozzarella, sausage, sun-dried tomato, and arugula. It looks really nice. Leo got the Diavola classic. These look really good. Nice. All right, folks, let's wrap up this ChatGPT traveling in Italy video, shall we? So in summary, would I use ChatGPT again for trip planning? Yes, I would, with a massive caveat is that, as I said, every step of the way you need to keep fact-checking them and go back and forth with them and say, wait a minute, are you sure about this? Double check everything on Google Maps. I mean, again, they wanted to take me to Lago di Braies, I believe it's called, which would have been an hour detour. They called that a tiny detour. That was not a tiny detour. We told them we wanted a quick lunch in Chiusa, inexpensive, and they were trying to send us to a place that was 50 to 100 euros. So that was messed up. And there were a few other missteps along the way as well, too. They also told us about when we were stopping at the Milan Duomo, the cathedral there at the end. I asked about opening times for the rooftop terrace. They were incorrect about that, too. So you've got to double check all their information, but they are capable, AI is capable of providing useful suggestions. So Chiusa was actually a good suggestion. It was a pretty good stop off. It was a nice little town. It was convenient. Lago di Braies was also a good stop off. They didn't warn us though that it was going to cost 10 euros to park there for 20 minutes. That's okay. So yeah, I will use it again, but I will never completely trust it. And like in terms of finding restaurants, often most of the time you're still better off just walking around if you have time to do so and just looking to see which places seem busy. But folks, if you stuck with me all the way to the end of the video, really appreciate you. Appreciate all my subscribers and especially all of you who last all the way to the end of these videos, because it really helps me when you watch for the entire thing. Helps me even more when you leave comments or even emojis or anything down below. I really appreciate that. Shout out to my mom who watches every video. Thanks, Mom. Nice to see you again. Love you. And that's it, folks. Arrivederci. And I will see you in the next adventure. Ciao.